Welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle Amoré, and if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Michelle. So today's video, I'll be filming a get to know me tag. So I saw this tag, and I know everybody knows that like new YouTubers and stuff do this tag or whatever, but I wanted to wait till I hit at least 1,000 so somebody cared, hopefully, about who I am. So here we are. I do want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to me so far. I was so happy when I hit 1K, so I'm just super excited and can't wait to see where this channel goes. So anyway, it's just a couple of questions I'm about to be going through, and I have my girl Stella giving me that liquid confidence. And so with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into these questions. So the first question is, what is your full name? For the purposes of social media, look, my full name is going to be Michelle Amoré. No, my real name is not Amoré. Actually, that's a really funny story how I even got that name. So I'm in a relationship now and everything, but when I was in Guatemala, I think last year, June was it, there was this Italian dude that was in my tour group or whatever. And so we went to some area in Guatemala, and it was like a day trip that I was doing. And so he saw me and he was interested. And this man, and mind you, this was a pre-booked paid day trip thing. And so he saw me just wandering around and came up to me, started looking at what was happening, saw my tour guide, went up to my tour guide, paid him on the low, and got on our little boat cruise thing with us, and even paid some more to spend the day going through the different islands and stuff that we were doing in Antigua. And I mean, we kicked it off. It was pretty great and everything. And so after that, like on socials and stuff, like we connected through Instagram, and we just kept talking, and he would be like mi amore. And I don't speak Italian, I don't know nothing about Italian language, but I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. And the word means love, like my love. And so I thought that was super cute, and I wanted a name that was cute and kind of foreign, and you know, because I'm all about the whole travel thing or whatnot. So that's how I came up with Michelle Amoré. So that is my YouTube channel, and for all purposes with YouTube and social media, my name is Michelle Amoré. Also because I'm going to law school and I like to be able to like keep my social media presence and my career separate, so I'm not going to be out here saying my full legal name as much as I can help it. So there's that. The next question is, where are you from? So that's always a weird question for me, because it's like, I mean, what do you want to know? Like, where do I live? Where's my family culturally from? But I'm Nigerian American. I identify as Nigerian American, Igbo to be more precise, but I'm from Houston, Texas. I was born and raised a Houston girl, and I really shouldn't be claiming Houston like that because I'm from Sugarland, Texas. So, but whatever, it's all Houston. H-Town, hold it down. All right, next question is, favorite thing about yourself? My favorite thing about myself is just my adventurous spirit and just my stubbornness. And it's like a double-edged sword. Like in one way, it like helps me in so many different ways. It means that I'm super resilient and I'm gonna go about the things I wanna go about regardless of the obstacles in my way. But at the same time, it's like, Michelle, you find yourself in situations where it's like, okay, sis, like give up. Like throw in the towel, it's okay. And I'm like, no, I got it. And I'm just keep going in full force, even if it's not a healthy situation or a situation I need to be in. So that's my favorite thing about myself, but it can also be a little flaw. What inspires you? I would say what inspires me is like the notion of time. I think like when you really deep how our days are numbered and how tomorrow isn't promised to any of us, and you know, the things we think we have now can be gone just like that. Even just look at 2020. Look at how quickly this year passed. Like literally, I remember being at crossover service like it was yesterday, and now it's like a whole year has passed. So I think time really motivates me to just be on my toes and make sure that I'm maximizing and truly like seizing the day on a daily basis and not, you know, taking things for granted. So the next question says, what is the most important thing in your life? And that is honestly such a hard question. I guess by saying thing, it's like a person, place, or like, okay, what? I guess by saying thing, it's like a tangible object. So I'm thinking like non-human type thing. And I would say it's my passport. My passport is the most important thing that I have in my life because, I mean, without it, I can't go nowhere. So, yeah, my passport. Favorite vacation place? That is so hard for me. And I'm one of those people who will never tell you what's my favorite country that I've ever been to or my favorite city or place. Like, I feel like every place has its own beautiful aspect to it, and it's just so incomparable. It's like asking a parent who their favorite child is. Hopefully they don't have an answer for that. But yeah, I don't really know what my favorite vacation place is. I think it really depends on the mood that I'm in. If I'm in something like more adventurous seeking, probably somewhere in Southeast Asia where I can, like, you know, go around, sightsee, look at temples and stuff like that. But if I really want like a super chill vibe vacation, maybe somewhere like tropical, maybe somewhere in the Caribbean, on an island somewhere. So it just really depends what my mood is, but I can't answer that question. Next question is, what is your favorite time of the day? My favorite time of the day, hands down, is sunset. That is the most beautiful time in the day. When the sun's setting, you have golden hour, your skin looks amazing. And not only that, like, pink is my favorite color, and I love seeing like the different hues of pink and the different colors in the sky around sunset time. So that is definitely my favorite time. And like whenever I vacation, I love watching the sunset in different places in the world and just soaking in that time because it's just so beautiful. It's so surreal. And sunset reminds me of that Frank Ocean song, Pink and White. That's literally my favorite travel song. So yeah, I love sunset. Oh, and sunset from a plane, beautiful. All right, the next question is, what is your favorite restaurant? Not to be basic, but my favorite restaurant is a tie between Steak 48 and Ruth's Chris. Ruth's Chris more so for their sides, and Steak 48 more so for their steak. So if I can like combine those two together, that would be my favorite restaurant. But yeah. Favorite subject? I think growing up, my favorite subject was always like, social studies or like history type courses or even English. Now, I always had bad, annoying English teachers, but like, I don't know, like I'm going to law school. Like I love like culture. I love writing, reading, stuff like that, history. So things along that line. I don't really know exactly what my favorite Oh no, I know my favorite subject. When I was in undergrad, I took philosophy classes, but like the beginner's level philosophy where you like literally talk about like really interesting things like abortion and like philosophical debates about stuff like that and just so many different things. That was my favorite class I ever took. And then philosophy got real and I had to drop the major because I was like, why are we speaking in symbols? Like, what is actually going on? So I didn't even check up the deuce. I bared out that it was symbolic logic. If you ever taken symbolic logic, like we actually need a support group for each other because that class literally made me feel like the dumbest creature on earth. I don't even know how I got past it. And actually my symbolic logic professor ended up writing one of my law school recommendation letters because I still struggled and I was resilient through that class, but it really broke me, so. All right, are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage head on? Honestly, this depends on my comfortability with whoever I'm with. If it's like random people like on the internet or something, or people that I don't really care for, I'm not really one to engage in conflict and go back and forth with people. It's a waste of my energy, it's a waste of my time, and 10 out of 10, they're not deserving of that energy from me. But if it's like family or close friends and stuff, okay, if it's family, I'm engaging in conflict. Just because, I don't know, like family, it's like, look, if you tell me or do something, we're gonna talk about it and like, you know, we're gonna hash that out. I think friends, it's a bit more sensitive. I think it depends on the closeness of your relationship, but if something's really bothering me, if something was said, if I'm not able to just get over it, then I do have to speak about it, but I usually don't talk about things immediately as soon as they happen. I kind of have to like sit with the feelings and figure out how I want to go about it before I say anything, so it just depends. The next question is, are you a good cook? I mean, I could just let pictures and videos speak for themselves, so I'll pass. Next question is, who has left the most impact on your life? That is so hard Like, how do you measure the kind of impact people have had? Oh no, I figured it out. The person who has left the most or the greatest impact on my life is the author of the book A Lesson Before Dying, who is Ernest J. Gaines, I believe. I'm pretty sure, yeah. That book is the reason why I even chose and I was inspired to pursue law. It's the reason why I'm just passionate about advocacy for minorities and just improving and doing my part to increase and improve the situation for minorities around the world, all that jazz. So that person single-handedly changed my life, because I don't know what I'd be doing if it hadn't been for that book. I think that book really instilled a great sense of purpose within me, so I'm really happy about that. Now, my next question is, do you believe in love at first sight? I think I do. But I think it differs. I feel like when I give birth to my first, or even to all my kids, I think I will instantly fall in love. But that's like their first time seeing your child. I'm sure that love has already developed while they're in the womb, but I know for a fact that's gonna feel like love at first sight. Now, in terms of in a romantic sense, I've never experienced it. Maybe some people have, but I've never experienced love at first sight. I don't think I really believe in that, because I feel like love is not only like a emotional connection you have to somebody, but there's a logical component that comes with it. And so I don't really know how you engage that logical component if you've just seen that person and if you never engaged in a conversation with them or anything like that. So I think it depends on the situation and what kind of relationship, if love exists at first sight. All right, first celebrity crush. My first celebrity crush is hands down John Legend, and I still think John Legend is like one of the finest men on earth. And honestly, it's not even so much about like his physical characteristics, because I personally have never really been that into men who look like him in terms of like height. Like, I've always been like, if he's not at least 6 feet, I'm not looking his way. And then I usually tend to date like more darker skin tone men, so that's different. But I fell in love with his musicality. Like, the man is a genius, and then finding out he went to Brown University and Ivy and like is intelligent and stuff, like, I don't know, I'm really into super intellectual men and men who can sing like him. Like, he has such a sexy voice. Like, literally his music is the best music ever. So yes, he was my first, and he still is my celebrity crush to this day. All right, next question is, what is your star sign? I am a Scorpio. I can't tell you if I'm a rising, descending, resurrection, or anything, but I am a Scorpio. I think I'm a true Scorpio. Like, I feel like Scorpios are what? Very intellectual, very, what is it, like go-getters type personalities. Like, literally, like when I think about all the aspects of a Scorpio, I tick those boxes 120%. So yeah, I am a true Scorpio. Last question is, would you ever consider living abroad? Tried it, did it. I think within better circumstances, I think it probably would have worked. But yeah, I think living abroad is an amazing experience, and it's something that I was glad I was able to experience, even if it was for just a smidget of time. But yeah, I definitely think that I don't see myself doing it again. Like, I feel like I'm at a point where I'm now like getting into my career, wanting to settle down, start a family, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think I'd want to go and like, sorry, my father called and it cuts the video. Sorry, my dad keeps calling me. But I think, yeah, by God's grace, I can get to a point like with my career or whatever, where I can take extended trips and like, hey, let's go spend the next 3 months in Thailand or whatever. So in terms of moving abroad, not for me, but I do love extended vacations and traveling and all that stuff. So I'll be doing that in the near future. But anyway, with all of that said, I hope you guys got to know a little bit more about me. I will definitely be doing like get to know me stuff later on in the future. And I just hope to just be a bit more transparent on here, be more of myself, and really have an opportunity to really connect with a lot of you guys out there. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag, do. You a bad girl and your friends bad too.